In the vast world of Dr. Stone, where science and survival collide, it's easy to get lost in the brilliance of Senku's mind or the grand scale of humanity's rebirth. But hidden among all the explosions, formulas, and inventions, there's a small, quiet heartbeat that keeps the entire story alive. And that heartbeat belongs to Suika's. When we first meet her, she's not a warrior like Kohaku, not a genius like Senku, and not a leader like Chrome or Gen. She's just a little girl, timid and half-blind, wearing a cracked watermelon as a helmet to hide from the world. While others are forging iron and rediscovering electricity, Suika's out in the fields, trying her best to help in any way she can, gathering resources, spying on enemies, and cheering on her friends with childlike optimism. To most people, she's just comic relief, a background character lost in the chaos of a new stone world. But that's exactly where her story begins. Because while everyone else is trying to rebuild civilization, Suika is learning what it means to be human in a world that's forgotten how. She's not driven by fame, power, or even knowledge. She's driven by connection. Her empathy is her superpower. When others get discouraged, Suika keeps smiling. When others doubt, she believes. And in a story that celebrates science, she represents something even more important: heart. As the years go by, Suika transforms from a curious child into a symbol of perseverance. She starts by simply wanting to be useful, but ends up doing something no one thought possible. She saves the savior himself. When the entire kingdom of science turns to stone, and the world once again falls silent, it's Suika who remains. Alone, decades pass, but she never gives up. She studies Senku's notes, learns science on her own, and through sheer determination, brings him back to life. That moment, a tiny girl reviving the world's greatest genius, is more powerful than any invention. It's proof that Suika's journey isn't just about helping Senku, it's about embodying the very spirit of Dr. Stone. She reminds us that progress isn't just measured in machines or discoveries, but in the strength to keep believing when there's no one left to believe in you. Suika isn't the mind of Dr. Stone, she's its heart, and sometimes that's the greatest genius of all. As Dr. Stone progresses, we watch Suika's world expand alongside her courage. At first, she's the cheerful observer, helping from the sidelines, solving small problems, while others chase grand discoveries. But Suika's greatest strength isn't her brain, it's her heart. Every failure she witnesses, every struggle she endures, fuels her quiet determination to never stop helping, no matter how small the task seems. While Senku dreams of rockets and electricity, Suika dreams of seeing clearly. Her vision, once a metaphor for her innocence, becomes the first spark of her scientific curiosity. When Senku crafts her glasses, that moment changes everything. For the first time, she sees the world in detail, and with that clarity comes confidence. It's not just that she can finally see the stars, it's that she begins to believe she can reach them. And from that point on, Suika is unstoppable. She becomes the kingdom of science's secret weapon, small enough to sneak into tight spaces, brave enough to spy on enemies, and sharp enough to understand Senku's plans. She's no longer the child in the background. She's the bridge between genius and humanity. Her loyalty, humor, and perseverance ground the entire team. When everyone else focuses on logic, Suika reminds them why they fight, not for knowledge, but for connection, for friendship, for the beauty of life itself. Then comes her greatest trial. The petrification device activates once again, freezing everyone in time. Senku, Chrome, Kohaku, the entire world all turn to stone. Decades pass, centuries, maybe. The Earth moves on. And yet one small girl survives, alone. It's in this loneliness that Suika's character truly shines. The cheerful little girl, who once followed others, now becomes the leader of her own story. With no one left to guide her, she teaches herself science. She studies experiments and fails countless times, but never gives up. Her hands blister, her mind breaks, her heart aches, yet she endures. Because Suika isn't driven by intellect or pride, she's driven by love. Every tear she sheds, every stone statue she passes, is a reminder of her purpose. And when she finally succeeds, when she revives Senku, it's not just a victory of science, it's the triumph of the human spirit. Suika proves that even without superhuman intelligence, one person's will can restart the world. When Suika finally revives Senku, it isn't just the return of the kingdom of science, it's the rebirth of humanity's hope. After years of silence, her voice is the first sound in a world frozen in time. The same girl who once hid behind a watermelon shell now stands as the person who saved the savior himself. That moment redefines Dr. Stone entirely. It's no longer just the story of rebuilding civilization, it's the story of one child's heart strong enough to carry the weight of the entire human race. Senku may have been the brain of the operation, but Suika became its pulse, steady, unwavering, and full of compassion. She embodies everything Dr. Stone stands for: the beauty of persistence, the courage to dream, and the idea that even the smallest person can make the biggest difference. Through Suika, we see that science isn't just about knowledge. It's about emotion, the love, pain, and connection that drive humanity to keep pushing forward. When the world turned to stone, logic alone couldn't save it. Equations didn't bring Senku back. Hope did. The kind of hope that burns quietly, waiting for the right moment to ignite again. Suika's lonely journey is the heart of that flame. Every mistake, every setback, every moment of despair led to a single truth: the human spirit is as unbreakable as science itself. By the time Senku opens his eyes and sees her standing there, covered in dirt and exhaustion, he doesn't see a little girl anymore. He sees an equal, a fellow scientist, and the reason humanity still has a chance. In that instant, Suika transcends her role as the sidekick. She becomes the emotional foundation of the entire series. Her development reminds us that greatness isn't measured by intelligence, strength, or fame. It's measured by endurance, by kindness, by the courage to keep moving even when no one's watching. Suika never sought recognition, and that's what makes her so extraordinary. She represents the part of humanity that refuses to fade, even when everything else turns to stone. So when we talk about the heroes of Dr. Stone, we can list the inventors, the warriors, the strategists, but in the end, the world didn't restart because of a genius. It restarted because of a girl who believed. Suika isn't just a supporting character. She's the reminder that science alone can't save the world. People do. And in the heart of Dr. Stone, it's her heartbeat that echoes the loudest. What's your favorite Suika moment in Dr. Stone? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more anime stories that hit you right in the feels.